Good morning. This is Linda Nicky with Talk and Tap. This morning I feel like talking about what are we tolerating. You know how sometimes we go through life and we're putting up with things, and in the midst of putting up with things we become frustrated, we might become overwhelmed, we might become grumpy because we are not taking charge of ourselves and finding a way to get past the intolerance of a situation, which may be in your work, maybe in a relationship. It might be that you're annoyed with yourself and you're not tolerating some of the behaviors in yourself very well. It might show its way as a headache, might have pain in your neck. You might have all kinds of symptoms that if you sort through it, you'll find out that you are putting up with something, you're tolerating something, and it's not making you happy. It's not a selfish thing to take good care of yourself. It's a necessary thing. So the things that we might be putting up with sometimes are things that we really do have more control over than we want to give ourselves credit for. However, not everything is easy to do. We have to make some plans and make some changes. So today I thought we'd just tap on, what am I tolerating? What am I tolerating? So even though I'm tolerating this situation, please put your own word in there, whatever it is. Even though I'm tolerating this person at work, and it's giving me anxiety, it's too hard to have a talk with them. You name a situation. It could be a spouse, it could be a partner, it could be a child, it could be a change that you want to make in what you're doing, but you're tolerating where you're at because that's easier than doing all the steps to get to the next place you want to go. But even though I've got this going on, I choose to accept myself, love myself, and take care of myself right where I am. Even though I'm putting up and I'm not very good at it, I'm just tolerating this situation, and it's actually just giving me a headache nearly every day. And I know exactly what it is. When I listen, I know what I need to change. It's just not the right time for me to do it right now. In the midst of that, I totally, completely love, forgive, and accept myself. Even though I'm dealing with this level of intolerance and I'm becoming frustrated, I'm becoming annoyed, I'm becoming grumpy, because I'm not willing to take the time to pay attention to what I can do to make it better. I continue to love myself, forgive myself, and work through this. Even though this is going on, I know I can find the energy to make some decisions that might be hard, but I have to get past putting up with these things in my life and take back my own self-care, self-love, and self-forgiveness. Let's tap. This situation, this putting up with things, this not being willing to move forward, this annoyance, this frustration, this irritability that I'm having because of this situation I'm tolerating. Tolerating is just another way of not doing something you know is good for yourself. I'm just tolerating this situation. I'm putting up with it. It's not healthy. It does not have to be a huge thing, but I'm tolerating day to day this situation that is not serving me well. I'm not taking good care of myself. I'm just tolerating the situation. Maybe there's more than one. Sometimes we have several things that we're putting up with. And sometimes it's necessary to put up with them for a while. But it's not a life sentence. Figure out what you're putting up with, what you're being tolerant of that is not serving you well, and therefore not those around you either, because you're not being true to yourself. Speak your truth. Whatever it is, speak your truth. And just know it could be difficult, but speak your truth. Speak your truth. Take care of yourself. take care of yourself first, and it will be good for other people as well that you come in contact with. When you're at your very best, that's what you're projecting. You're projecting the true you that you want to be. So just take a look at the things that you might be tolerating and putting up with, and just make sure that you aren't sabotaging yourself in some way. And by that I mean sometimes it's just easier to put up with things. And then when we do, we can become resentful. We can become annoyed. We can become a person who lives in frustration. That could be you live in fear even. But certainly the longer we put up with things and tolerate things that are not good for us, the more it stirs our stress level. All of a sudden our cortisol is just flying high. We lose track of how to relax, how to be present in our own body, how to just simply allow things to come into you that you know are the right things to do, and speak that. Label that truth. You have a right to be happy. You have a right to be in a good place. You have a right to say what's on your mind. And you can be kind about everything. You can be gentle. Yet you need to take time to figure out what are you tolerating that's really not providing you being the best that you can be. Let's take a couple of deep breaths. And let's think about, what are you tolerating? What could you change? What are you willing to do step by step to make it better? Have a good day.